everyone, on this first feature of the famous machine series, I will be delving into the Honda ZZ engine that was developed in order to compete in Group A racing. And that was the double overhead cam variant of the ZC engine. And to put it into some context, this was the first double overhead cam engine that was introduced to the public after the first ever double overhead cam Honda engine was introduced 15 years prior and was installed in the S800. It was also at this time, in the early 80s, that Toyota and Nissan were having a power war in which the two manufacturers were competing on which of them can produce the better engine package. Moving forward, it was also in this decade that JTC was introduced in Japan, following the international Group A regulations, and Honda wanted to capitalize on this opportunity to show their prowess by developing the ZZ engine for Group A racing, since their experience in building F1 engines would come in handy in the development process. This is why the double overhead cam CZ engine valve cover or cam cover resembles the one used in Honda's RA series F1 engines, and this is done to denote that F1 technology was used in developing this engine. Furthermore, unlike its main rival at the time, which was the 4A GE16 valve, the ZZ has a long stroke configuration compared to the short stroke design of the 4A GE. And Honda's reasoning for this is that a longer stroke gives more low-end torque, which makes day-to-day driving easy, and it's also good to have in low to mid-speed corners where you need that torque to pull you out of the corners. Secondly, since the ZZ is based upon the D series, in which it is a Siamese bored engine, making it difficult to increase the bore size as there is very little material cylinder to cylinder. That is why, in order to achieve the target 1.6 liter or 1590 cc's of displacement, the stroke needed to be increased. Furthermore, the cylinder block was cast aluminium or aluminum, depending on which part of the world you're from, making it lighter than the 4A GE, being made out of cast iron. Now, cylinder head-wise, Honda did use hollow camshafts with a rocker arm arrangement in order to operate the valve train, and this was done in order to use a specific length rocker arm that will let them attain a certain rocker ratio that inevitably gives more valve lift. And compared to the bucket arrangement of the 4A GE, this made the valve train lighter, which is needed in high RPM operation, wherein it can still control the valves, reducing the chance of valve float, and a reduction in frictional losses as well. Moving on, the rotating assembly was also considered by Honda at the time, as the crankshaft, connecting rods, and pistons were made stronger in order to withstand the rigors of Group A racing, and was also made lighter in order to reduce the stresses in the engine, as it was envisaged that it will be used for high RPM operation in racing, and the general consumer will also benefit from this, as the homologated detuned engines that were installed in the homologated E-AT Civics to meet the requirements of Group A will see better engine reliability from this as a result. I hope that you guys enjoyed this first entry of the famous machine series, and if you like the video, do like, comment, and subscribe for more. Until next time, Johnny!